back, squeezing it up. The third exercise is going to be rear foot elevated split squat. So one foot is going to be up on something. Even if you have it on something the height of a small step or like a shoebox, that's fine. It does not need to be high. It's whatever you are comfortable with. But the way that we're going to do it is for the first 30 seconds, come down. You're going to hold 3, 2, 1, stand up. Then when I tell you, I'm going to say pulse, and then they're going to be smaller and faster, really pushing through your heel. So holding for 3, and then when I tell you to switch, you pulse. Then you're going to need a dumbbell, and we're going to do the kickstand hip thrust. So one foot is flat, the other toes are up. You'll have your dumbbell, squeeze, really pushing through the flat heel. And you'll do 1 minute on each leg. And then the last exercise is going to be a side plank on each side. If you want to do this modified and you want to keep your knees on the ground and just hold yourself, it is still effective. I would rather you do that and have it be manageable than be struggling to go up into a full side plank. Or if you want to do 30 seconds and 30 seconds, whatever you want. But those are the exercises. So are you guys ready? I'm going to have you grab your ball or whatever it is, and we're going to go to the wall. And you have 1 minute where you are holding. Really sit back into your heels. All right, I'm going to hit the timer and go. If you want to put your arms out, you can. Just make sure that you're kind of actively keeping pressure on whatever it is that you have in between your knees. You have 20 seconds. Five seconds, then you're going to move on to the Romanian deadlift. Good, so grabbing whatever it is that you want, whether it's dumbbells, whether it's a kettlebell. I like to pause at the bottom a little bit, especially my first few reps, so that I make sure that I'm really loading into my heels and I'm feeling it in my hamstrings and my glutes. Think that your butt is going back. Twenty seconds. Good, moving on to the rear foot elevated. If you want to hold weights, you can, either in front of your chest or down at your side. So holding for 3 at the bottom. Make sure you're pressing through your heel. 5 more seconds, then we're going to speed it up and make them smaller. So now pulse. Really drive through your heel. 10 seconds. Good, you are switching legs. So holding for 3 at the bottom of each rep. Ten more seconds, then we're going to speed it up. Good, now pulses. Nice. All right, shoulders up on top of whatever you are using. Kickstand, single leg hip thrust. Really driving through that flat foot. "12 seconds, then you're going to have a 10-second break, and then the other leg. Paige, I want you to make sure that everything comes down as a unit, not just your hips. So let your head, imagine you're like on a backboard and everything comes down and then everything comes up. So keep your chin down and look straight ahead. So don't lay your head back. Good. You have 7 seconds, then moving on to the side plank. Good, so this can be modified where your knees stay on the ground, or you can have your hips all the way up. Just make sure that your elbow is underneath your shoulder. You have 30 seconds. Good, so I want you guys just to hold this. There will be other variations, but this is really about having stability and strength. And you are switching to the other side. When this minute is done, we're going to go back to the wall for a wall sit, but I want you to put your band on above your knees before we get into that. "25 seconds. Good, so everybody up, put your band on and grab your spot on the wall. This time you're gonna lower it down, but you're gonna push your knees apart. Keep your feet flat, pressing through your heels, and just pushing your knees out. You have 25 seconds. Good, make sure your butt is just tucked under just a little bit so that your lower back is up against the wall. Good, moving on to the RDLs. So sitting into your heels, sending your butt back, squeezing up through your hamstrings and your glutes. "25 seconds. Good, rear foot elevated, pausing for 3 at the bottom of each rep. Ten more seconds here, then you're going to start pulsing. And really drive through your heel on those pulses so that you really activate your glutes. And go. Good, switching legs. Good, so pausing for 3, the bottom of each rep. Good, make it a solid 3, 2, 1. Once you start counting, once you get down to the bottom. And start pulsing. Good, kickstand, single leg hip thrust. Get a good squeeze at the top. "25 seconds. Good, you are switching legs. Linda, are you on a ball? Can you put the ball up against the wall? Good. Really think about your hips going down and then up. Make sure that you're not throwing your body back. If you feel this too much in your quads, move your feet a little bit further away. "15 seconds. Good. Was that both legs? Yes. Side plank. We are going to hold this for 30 seconds. Then 30 seconds in, you're going to reach under and up. Reach under and up. But first, I want you to hold for 7 more seconds. And go. Keep it small. Eight seconds. Good, switching sides. So first holding for 30 seconds. Then when you reach down and up, make sure you're not losing that side plank. Good, so hold. If you find that this is too much pressure on your elbow or your shoulder, it may just be that you need to build up that strength. So drop that knee. Good, I want you to reach under and up. Good, back to the wall, grab your wall, block, pillow, whatever it is that you are squeezing, feet nice and close this time. Squeeze your legs together, really activate your inner thighs. Pressing through your heels, make sure that your back is up against the wall. You have 30 seconds. Almost there. Breathe. Just bring your feet a little closer together. Good. Good, RDLs. Weight in your heels. Thirty more seconds here. Good, rear foot elevated. Pausing for 3 at the bottom. Good, don't be afraid to lean your torso forward a little bit more to work your butt a little more. And go, pulses. Good, Paige, make sure you're dropping your back knee. Good, switching legs. So holding for 3, the bottom of each rep. So Paige, I want you to sit into your front heel, stick your butt back, and lean your torso forward. Lean your torso forward more and send your butt back towards the table. Yes. And pulses. Good, make sure you're coming up and down, 8 seconds. Do not give up on yourself. Good, kickstand. So remember, both feet are on the floor, but 1 foot, the toes are up. So basically you're working one leg The one with the toes up is just assisting. "20 seconds. Good, you are switching legs. Is that a dog on your lap? I'm dying. Oh, that's great. "25 seconds. Good. Moving on to side plank. For the first 30 seconds, if you can, I would like you to drop your hip and squeeze it up. You can do this on your knees or the full side plank. But make sure it's nice and tight when you bring it up. Good, now hold it at the top and you're going to reach under and up. Good, switching sides. So hip drops for the first 30 seconds. Now hold it at the top and reach under and up. Good, I want you all to put your bands on and head over to the wall. So pushing your knees apart. Halfway there. You can reach your arms forward. 20 seconds. Good, grab your weights. For the RDL, you are going to pause for 3 at the bottom of each rep. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze it up. Ten more seconds here. Then you're going to do it without the pause at the bottom. And go faster. Seven seconds. Good, rear foot elevated. You are going to be pausing at the bottom for the first 20 seconds. Six seconds. Good, bring it up. Now go down. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. And now pulses. 12 seconds. Good, you are switching legs. Holding for 20 seconds. Drive your heel into the ground, almost there. Good, bring it up. Now you're gonna go down for 3. Good, Paige, make sure that you're not locking out your knee at the top. And really get that back knee down. Good, pulses. Good, moving on to the kickstand. You are going to do the kickstand for 30 seconds. Then you are going to do both feet flat on the ground for 30 seconds. Then you will go to the other leg kickstand and then together for 30 seconds. 10 more seconds here. Good, both feet on the ground. Driving through both heels. you are switching the kickstand. So whichever leg you did not do, now we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Good, switching to both feet flat on the ground. "12 seconds. Good, weights down, you are going into your side plank. Holding for 20 seconds. You'll hold for 20, then you will drop your hips for 20, and then the reaching under and up for 20. So hold for 8 more seconds. Then drop your hips and squeeze up. Good, just your hips right now. Good, now reach under and then up. And switching sides, 20 seconds holding. Lower your hip and squeeze it up. Make sure that it is your obliques that's doing the work and you're not using momentum. Lower your hips and then squeeze it up. Make sure you're not just flinging your opposite hip towards the ceiling. And reach under and then up. Good, feel that rotation. Watch your hand, reach up towards the ceiling. All right, ladies, I want you to do one more thing. I want you to put your feet up on top of whatever you're using for hip thrust. You're gonna put the ball, block, whatever it is in between your legs. We are gonna do 1 minute of thrusts with your feet elevated. Make sure that you are actively squeezing the ball. You don't want it to be loose. You wanna really use your inner thigh muscles. So 1 minute here, and then you are done. And go. 25 seconds. 5 seconds. And you ladies are done. Thank you, everybody.
That's the sweatiest I've ever been in one of these classes.
Oh, yeah?
Thanks,